I think conditions like this would probably bring them more into the game. So it will be more even conditions where Supersport Park was seaming and obviously seam is friendly, which our bowlers, if they get a wicket like that, they are very, very dangerous. The PE wicket is a little bit more slower and spin does play a bit of more of a role. So I do think their bowling attack would be a lot more happy with the conditions they face, and also their batting unit. The ball will probably not be as quick and not seaming and moving around as quick. So the time their conditions are also a little bit slower and a little bit lower. So I think it will be a normal PE wicket, but it will definitely suit their style of play a little bit more than the quick seaming wickets that our bowling attack are so dangerous on. I suppose the guy. Haven't seen too much of the guys that's coming in, but with international cricket, there's always quality in the squads. You don't get a guy that's coming into an international team that can't land 6 out of 6 in a good spot. So yeah, we'll obviously prepare as well as we can, as we do for every game, and whoever plays for them will just see what he does on the day and plan accordingly. But mine was just, I woke up in the morning and I was very sick, and they were worried that it was my appendix, and luckily it wasn't that, so it was just a viral infection. Yes, definitely. Also from a personal point of view, I've enjoyed good success at this ground. It's been good to me. So I'm going to reflect on past performances, and that will stand in good stead. From a team point of view, we played really well against Australia. We know it worked against Australia, so we've got a lot to learn from that game. The ball also was a bit of a reverse swing around, which Dale, as we know, is very, very dangerous, the reverse swinging ball. So as a batting unit, we've practiced and played accordingly. So we kind of know what to expect. Obviously, the same things applies in our basic structures of batting and bowling. And if we do that, we'll do well in the game. Yeah, look, it's my first tour in South Africa batting at number 3. I've really enjoyed batting up the order. But I suppose South Africa is probably the toughest place in the world when it comes to batting in that first hour. So it's also a nice challenge for me just to always try and improve my game as best as possible, be as tight as I can. And obviously Graham was very successful opener for South Africa. So, the two guys that are in at the moment, Dean and Barry, has also done well for South Africa. And they, similar to me, it's tough to bat in the first hour. So it's important that when you do get through that first hour or 20 overs, then that you score the big runs. Then the onus and responsibility goes on you as a player to try and make sure that you convert that 30 into 100. It looks like Quinny is taking it quite well. He's untouchable, Quinny. I don't think too much bothers him. But obviously injury is never nice for a professional sportsman, especially when you're that young. But hopefully he'll be back. He's a very important player to us in the World Cup and our plans going forward. So it's important that he also sees this time as not holiday time, but time to recover and get back on the park for South Africa, because he's a big player for us. It's difficult to say exactly what they want, but it looks like it's going to probably go in that way. Just the way the team is set up, with a spinner coming in. I don't personally see him picking so many bowlers. With Stian also bowling a few military mediums, that gives you another option from a bowling front. So like I said, I'm just speculating, but it looks like it might go that way. Look, the most important thing for a new guy coming in is the environment that he plays in, and that's what I reflect on when I came in. And this environment is certainly the best environment you can ask for, because straight away you feel like someone that belongs in this environment. You don't feel like a junior player where you have to score 300s to be accepted into the team. As you could see with Riley when he came into the one days, he didn't have immediate success, but the backing of the team and the players and the coaching staff is there. So if you have that environment as a youngster, that's more important for me than anything else. Obviously it's great to have senior players around you, but we still have AB and Ash, two best batsmen in the world. I'm sure whoever wants advice, those are the two best guys to ask. So in terms of that, I think it's our environment is so mature that it doesn't need all that senior players anymore. I think mentally, maybe yes. Mentally, obviously the situation, you want to be the guy that does it for the team in the tough conditions and tough situations. So mentally, yes, I do like that challenge. But I think technically, I enjoy batting on South African wickets as well. And I remember last year at the Wanderers, I think it was the first test, I went in at 4. For some reason, I couldn't remember because something happened, but I scored 100 in that game. And that was a quicker seaming wicket conditions as challenging conditions as you can ask for. So it's just about, previous innings obviously got a good ball, happens to everyone. It's just about, for me, it's about when you do get in as a batter, you make sure you score big runs. And that's the only way I look at it.